So you may find yourself wondering why I let my 9-year-old kind of lead the intro to this video, and it's because he just turned 9 and he wants to have a YouTube channel. Well, I told him you can help me on this upcoming video. So what you are about to see is his first attempt at kind of hosting a YouTube video. So, you know, bear that in mind. It's gonna be a little unrefined, if you will. So, and I don't know if I mentioned it when we recorded this yesterday or the day before. All these 3 parts we got on Amazon. Instead of rebuilding the carb, we just bought all new parts. All the plug, the filter, the fuel pump, and the carburetor were like $50 for everything. So we just bought new from Amazon. I'll put a link down below to what I bought, but it's pretty standard. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Hi.
Okay. All right, Flash, what are we working on today, buddy?
The RZR. Why?
What's wrong with the RZR?
Mostly everything.
Be more specific.
I don't know what we're using.
I said what's wrong with it?
The spark plug, the carburetor, and the fuel pump.
What's it not doing that it should do?
Running.
It's not starting.
Starting.
So we're upgrading the...
RZR.
He knows one keyword, it's RZR. Luckily, hopefully, that's an important one. Okay, Flash, what's in your left hand?
No idea.
Carburetor, what's in your right hand?
A thingy.
I can't see you.
A thingy McBob.
Where did we buy them from?
Walmart.
Amazon.
Walmart.
Alright, so we're gonna take the back end apart, replace the carb, fuel pump, and spark plug,
Yeah, I totally know how to do that.
and put it back together again. Why? Because there's no YouTube videos on this yet, so we're having the 9-year-old show you guys how. 13-year-old's here for moral support. Alright, so we got old McJackser pulling the 10mm bolts out of the rear cover.
And this is really boring.
Flash is being a poor sport.
We're 5 minutes in and this is already being boring.
Not even by the Not even.
Ready?
Co-organizing.
What do you think I'm trying to do, weirdo?
Ooh, I can sit down here.
Twist. Twist.
So I don't have one of those fancy flat split body panel pullers. These little nippers work good as long as you're careful not to cut them. There's 1, 2, 3 Phillips head screws. You take those out. Loosen it, not tighten it. Loosen it.
Take it out?
Yes.
Dad, do you think there's going to be a lot of people at the open house?
I have no idea.
Or do you think any people
Let me get 'em
would be
started.
interested in that house?
This come from?
Okay, so turns out you might not need to take off the body panels to get to this, but we did it just because we like to have fun. And it's just a few screws, a couple bolts, a couple body clips,
But this is all you did?
piece of cake. Took us like 5 minutes. All right, Flash took off this body panel on the side here.
What?
Sure did.
And you probably don't have to because the fuel pump is here, the carburetor is there, and the spark plug,
It's weird.
it's right there. This is the boot. It's a weird spark plug boot, so I couldn't find it at first, but it's right there. So everything's kind of on this passenger side. So you may not need to take the body panel off, but it does make it a little bit easier to get to. All right, old Jack Rye's gonna start it up before we do any work to kind of show its before state, and then we'll try to start it after we change the spark plug, then we'll do it after the fuel pump, and then we'll do the carb last. We'll see.
You want me to choke it?
I don't think you need to. It's pretty warm out.
Okay, I forgot how to start it. I like step on the brake and twist
Lord,
the
you're wearing a Tractor Supply hat and you don't know how to start your RZR.
Nice job.
Okay, usually-
I don't know what this red thing is, so I'm gonna play with it. Cause my phone's gonna choke.
Your battery's dead. Awesome.
My straw battery.
Oh. You didn't have the brake pressed, huh?
I did too.
Nice. Okay, so doesn't start. What are you doing? Are you pumping the gas?
Yeah.
So we got the old spark plug out. Yeah, Jax, you can hold that one up. So, it's probably the original spark plug, and it might be fine, but worth taking out. Jax, what kind of spark plug is that? Can you read it?
A new one? NGKR.
And then the model number is next to it.
USA.
Like the CR6HSA.
CR6HSA?
Yeah.
Why don't you hold it up to the camera? Great, new spark plug.
Like that? That like metal, that number on the metal?
It's on the white part, buddy.
Oh, it is?
Bob, turn.
Boy, there we go. Rotate it slowly. Now the other way. CR6HSA. Alright, so we're prepared to do the fuel pump and the carburetor, but we did the spark plug first, and we're going to see if that made any difference. Well, that battery is weak. Hold that, boy.
Like right here?
Alright, what are we swapping out next?
I don't know. What are we doing, Dad?
We're going to swap out the fuel pump so the spark plug
Where's the
didn't...
fuel pump?
Right here.
Yummy.
Is it that thing?
All
Oh,
it
that
is,
thing.
we got 2 bolts
Mm-hmm.
and 3 hoses to loosen up. So, what we want to make sure we do,
How long do you want me recording for, Father?
well, this will take just a second so you can keep recording.
Oh, well.
So we'll take the hoses, there's these little hose clamps on here.
Mm-hmm.
Take a pair of channel locks or pliers and pull those down. And it should wiggle off.
We gotta be strong, so I don't know if you can do that.
Hey Flash, grab me that flathead screwdriver off the tailgate, boy.
Yeah, you're not strong enough.
Wait, flathead is full on.
Flathead? That's funny, Jackson didn't know the difference earlier.
Yeah, well, I know what a flathead is.
Good job, you brought me the flathead. That's my boy. Okay, so I got the flathead. Sometimes you have to take a flathead screwdriver and work it between the hose end and whatever it's stuck on and kind of just give it a little pry.
You give it a little choo-choo.
Yeah, give it a little choo-choo.
You're a freak.
That sucker's on there. There we go. Now she's winking at us.
Huh?
It's winking.
Wink, wink.
Yep. See? See it wink? See that brass?
Yeah, a little bit. I can see that you're trying to tear a hose off.
Yep. That's what we're doing.
Seriously?
Yep.
Can I trash up this?
Well.
About time, Dad.
Got him.
Dang. The struggle is real over here.
Bro, I got it.
About time, gosh dang.
Whoa, whoa.
How many minutes we at?
4. We just hit 4.
4 for a fuel pump swap?
No.
Not bad.
No, it's not. Now it's at 4.
Sorry, I
It's
said
4.
it 7 seconds
It's
early.
4:05.
At least I got one honest child. Alright. How many minutes we at?
5:50 or 5:10.
Let's say 50. Okay. This one goes on just the way this one came off.
How do you get 50 and 10 mixed up?
It's a simple mistake. Okay? It happens.
Serious.
Not when you're smart.
Gotta go bath.
Why would you point the camera at me, you freak?
Because you're a
Point
freak.
the camera at yourself.
Hi.
You didn't even get yourself.
Hi.
Dad, you're gonna have fun editing these videos.
I'm not going to edit it. I'm just going to post it just like this.
We have to piece them together.
This is the hour-long process of watching 3 goofball brothers.
Pup, get your finger out of the way. Don't put it on Dad's face. Put it on the fuel pump.
be a YouTuber, right?
Yeah.
We gotta work that out, boy.
Bob has like 50 subscribers.
It's more than you got.
Yeah, well, I haven't posted in yet a month.
Okay, we'll post
Well,
one.
Because I don't want to anymore.
Wow.
What do you mean, wow?
You're
You putting it on with your
It's gonna go on faster than it came off.
You want to do some math stuff?
no.
Okay, what is 9 times 9?
81.
How old are you again?
81.
You're 81.
Yeah. Why? Sure.
Are you covering up the microphone with your fingers, bud?
Yeah. Yes, Bob.
But the microphone's down there and up there.
Two microphones?
I think, right?
No.
Wait, I actually don't think so. The speaker's down there, not the microphone.
Do you mind?
Yeah, as you touch me with grass and always poke me and hit me.
All right.
But as soon as I touch you,
How's that new fuel pump look? Nice and shiny?
are we testing the thing again? If it's
All right, update. To replace the carb, we're gonna go ahead and take this top panel off, which requires taking the seats out. The driver's seat just slides all the way out. The passenger seat has two 12mm nuts and
Yeah.
bolts holding it on. So,
Screw boy.
so we're gonna take another
I'm not
5
the boy
minutes to
anymore.
get better access to this carburetor because it's kind of hard to reach.
I'm doing something.
which one?
This is what life's all about. Having your boys take stuff apart for you.
Nice
So Flash is stopping what he's doing to take the screw out of your hand and put it on the tailgate.
one. Well, I didn't know that's where they went. I thought you had them in his pocket.
All right, Jackson's got the rear plastic off. Once Flash gets this last bolt off, the top plastic should be free. Jax, you want to double check, make sure there's no more connections? That's a weird way to breathe. Okay, Bub's got it.
What about, isn't it connected to this thing?
I don't know, I'm asking you.
Look, come here. This thing. It's
Oh, yep. Okay, so
take that off.
it looks like there's two screws here on the front. Oh, good, you got the screwdriver. All right, old Slim Jr. got the last two
Hold on,
screws out.
Feels like.
Slim Junior.
Is it stuck on this?
Not sure, look.
Look, there's.
Was there a
the
bolt?
things that Bub was telling you, tweezers. You know what you use the tweezers for? There's 2 more over here.
What about on that?
Is that connected to the top?
Nope.
But it feels like it's connected over here.
Okay. Do you need Flash to get it off, or?
Well, I don't want to break it.
Wait, Bob, those two are connected to the.
No, the red and black is not the same. He's almost got it. Oh, Flash got his hands on it. We'll probably get it out now.
Stop. This was all me. Dude, stop. That was all me. You had to just go and mess it up.
Good job, boys. Okay. Now we can get to the old crusty car. We need to clean this off. This thing is filthy. When's the last time you boys detailed your ride?
Never.
Zip. Okay, so we loosen the clamp on the filter side, and we loosen the clamp on the intake side, the motor side of the carburetor, and it's now loose. But we have a couple hoses to take off. I have to take off this hose, and this throttle linkage, and then this hose or this cable on top. Why are you touching my butt?
Bob told me to.
I did not do it. I didn't stop. I didn't tell him to do it. He was putting his finger on your butt, and he was going like this because he's gonna shove it up, and I go, yeah. I didn't tell him to do it. I just.
Jesus. We're trying to fix a carburetor here, and all you can think about is butts.
This is Bob's idea.
So I'm getting a ton of help from these guys.
Yeah.
Decided to go ahead and take out the 3 10mm bolts to pull the air filter because it gives a lot more clearance to get this carb off. One thing to note: this cable connected to the top of the carburetor. Not sure how to get that off. So
Just yank it.
yeah, we're just gonna yank it. So this boot did not want to come off. So there's 2 10mm nuts that were easy enough to get off, and there you have it. Now the carb is free. That's it. Let's take a close look. So, wow. Not clean. We'll take the bowl off and look inside, see how that looks. So here's a side-by-side of the replacement. I mean, they are, for most intents and purposes, identical. And I was planning to just rebuild this one, but one, I'm definitely not a master carburetor rebuilder or mechanic. And two, this was so cheap and had good reviews, so I figured I'll just spend the 30 bucks on this and just swap it out completely. Seems to be the better way to go about it. So the only thing I'm not sure about, like I mentioned, is this top piece. You know, the cable runs through there with the spring and the needle. So I don't think that even really needs to be replaced. I mean, that's just a mechanical spring and cable. So we may just take this off and put the one off of this one on this. We'll see. Just pulled the 3 screws off the bowl and it is bone dry. I mean, it barely even smells like fuel. So the carburetor might not have been the problem. It might be the fuel filter or the fuel pump. So yeah, I'm gonna put this one back together and put it on the shelf, maybe clean it up a little bit. We may need it again. So now that we've determined that the carb probably wasn't getting fuel, we're gonna pull out the fuel filter. Here's the end. This is the filter between the pump and the carb. Just got 2 little hose clamps on it, so we'll pop those off and we'll see if we can tell how dirty it is. I'm hoping it's filthy and that's the problem. So far going on has been fairly easy. One thing to note, the throttle cable where it comes into the new carb, you're probably going to have to adjust the tension on the thing that holds tension on the cable itself, on the outer sleeve of the cable. So looks like we're either going to have to pop this panel off so that we can get a screwdriver on there, or I may have a small enough screwdriver to tighten that, but just so keep that in mind. If you do end up taking this panel off, just leave it off until you're done. So we've got this on. I've left the covers on while we do this since this thing's so filthy. I want to try to keep as much dirt out of there as possible. So all I have left to do now, connect the fuel line, tighten the throttle cable, put this back in, tighten the top, fairly easy, and then we'll put the intake airbox side back on and it's going to be ready to reassemble. So some of you that are smarter than me have probably been yelling at your computer screen or phone screen and might have already made a comment. I've been calling this the throttle cable. That's actually the choke cable. This is the throttle cable. I'm a nincompoop. Alright, just wanted to clarify. Alright, old schmaggle tooth is back in. We've got the new carb in, all reconnected, airbox reconnected, breather hoses, bowl drain, all that routed.
Is this fine?
New fuel filter in, fuel pump in, spark plug in. So Jax, go ahead and pump the, don't start it yet. Pump the gas a few times because there's going to be no fuel in the lines. Okay, yeah, go ahead and start it.
Where's my butt?
Hope it doesn't zap you.
What?
You're going to need to pump it hard.
The
Gas. You don't need to pump it. Pump it.
I am.
Yeah. Stay in it. Alright, so one thing to pay attention to. Sorry for the wind. Try to block it. The RZR finally started right up and it ran okay. Definitely didn't run right and it wouldn't idle. So you might have to adjust this screw here from the factory, or the factory carb. This one was 4 full turns out. I had to take the new carb 5 1/4 turns out to set that idle, and now it is running great. So we're gonna put it back together and go rip on it. All right, so we're 3 hours and 15 minutes start to finish. That's not bad, you little rascal. We didn't have anything to go off of. If I were to watch this video I'm making and then do it over again, hour and a half. Or if I had some non-lunch break helpers. Okay, so we had to adjust that idle screw, or it may not be the idle screw, but it fixed the idle. Gave it gas, put the plastic back on. Whole slapper's gonna see if she still idles good or if we gotta take it back apart again. So this is the maiden voyage final test, because we got work to do. No, you're ready to go, bro. Oh yeah. She's purring like a rabbit. All right, that works.